Okay, I was out here trying to do a live, but now's not the time for that. And I decided to come back on doing a live again, but this time I wanted to be kind of like open office hours. Hello, welcome. And just kind of talk about like make space to answer questions and do more like the psychic reading type stuff, because damn, that's fun. So if you have a question that you're working on, or we could do the deep dive stuff. I'm not necessarily interested in like, are they going to call you, so much as like, what do you need to open to allow for what you want in your life? More interested in facilitating connection to self than I am about chasing shadows, because let's be real, it's not going to give you what you think is going to give you. So like, do it if you want, but it's just treadmill work. I'm interested in like the non-treadmill work where it's like, okay, like fulfillment comes from within and then fulfillment expresses outward. And are you doing things or allowing things to be easy? And if you're not, then like, why not? And actually, I'm not even that interested in the why not so much as the how to do the other. So I'm going to wait a little and maybe keep talking to myself until somebody has a question they want to open up with. Are you out there? Is it you? And if I just put this on playback, and I might, and you watch it and you get to this part, you make it the whole way here, you can put something in the comments and I'll do my best to respond. I do channeling medium type work. Just let my necklace fell off. That's not random. This is my... let's see. I'm not out here for parlor tricks, but I think there is something very valuable about having a higher perspective of what you're working on or going through, and that higher perspective that I'm generally looking for from the people that I work with. I'm their client or I'm their friend. It's not like what to do. It's sort of like, well, what's it look like up there? And it's what I'm looking for is really like, what do I deeply already know to be true that I might not be wholly willing or ready to see? And sometimes it's like at a negative side standpoint where it's like, probably not right for you. That's inconvenient. But often it's like, remember your power, remember who you are. Like, no, like, you can do this, you do know. That's the kind of guidance I like to give and get. And not just haphazardly, meaning like not saying it just to say it, but like when it's really there. And often it is. Because, and this is the basis of the new series that I'm offering, yours, is that like, you do already know. You know. And your knowing can be obscured or hidden by conditioning. And if you're not sure what conditioning is, that's basically the training that you get as a human from our culture, from your family, from the world around you, from different events that say like, do that, don't do that, do that, don't do that. This causes pain, this works, And you kind of like develop these algorithms of how to behave and who you need to be and how things work. And like, they're generally not that great, They're not. And so I think the work that we're doing, spiritual path people, is coming to validate how intelligent we are naturally, and how we do know what is right for us. And, being able to sort through like, oh, I think this, but this is really how it feels for me right now. I talked about this in the first episode of yours, which is like, it's not about correctness forever and always. It's very relative, because things move. What you should wear changes based on the weather. Why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't what you want to do or what is optimal to do change based on the environment? Like, why wouldn't it? And it doesn't mean that you don't have consistent values or consistent direction. It's just sort of, it's like this balancing, you know, like the middle way. It's like a little bit of both at the same time. So I guess in coming out here and offering sort of this office hour type stuff where it's like, come on, bring your shit. Let's take a look at her. What questions you got? It's not, again, it's only ever to bring you back to yourself. I'm not saying like I might give ideas of how to achieve it on the ground in the flesh. But what I'm hoping to facilitate and what I work with clients on is the connection to yourself. So it's like, nah, I'm not trying to draw the map for you. I'm trying to show you where you put your own map and or how to work the map that you have, because it's a journey, you know, like it's kind of like one of those, if you've ever been on the PA Turnpike and probably other travel stops over the years, they have like these little notebooks and you have a marker and you kind of like make what was invisible visible. And it seems like awareness or ascension or consciousness is really that game where it's just like, oh, what was here all along but I couldn't see. So we get finer and finer in our attunement to love. You see things more clearly as they are. Is what is love always like beautiful and harmonious? On some level, I would think so. But often in the flesh, on the ground, it looks kind of like it looks regularly, except that your relationship to it is different. Your thinking about it is different. I always use the example of like, if you spill your markers on the floor, you know, seeing that in love isn't like, there are no markers are in the cup. It's more like, it's okay that, like, there's no moral judgment around the markers being spilled. It's not like, oh, this means I'm a bad person. This means that I'm not good enough. This means that this is wrong. And, you know, it's just sort of like very simple. The markers are on the floor. Chop wood, carry water. Like, it is, you know, the destination we're trying to get to and all the work is here, baby. It's right here. It's been here. What we're evolving is our relationship to here. What we're evolving is our relationship to ourselves, to our power, to our oneness, to our connection to spirit, to ourselves as an expression of spirit, you know. And that will be it for today. I will come back and do office hours. Yeah, I'm excited about this. I'm hopeful. Would I like to do it at a regular time every day? Kind of. I might establish more formal office hours, but again, if you watch this and you have a comment you want to play around with, like, put it in the, you know, put your comment in the comments and I'll respond, and I'll put my little caveat that I caveat on everything. That's like, look, bro, I'm not your expert. What I'm hopeful to do is demonstrate that you can become your own expert, and perhaps these perspectives, tools, information help you to come to hear yourself, your own wisdom. All right. Have a beautiful day.